Mr. Grant, I need you to state your name, your address, and you have up to 5 minutes.
Yes, ma'am. 927 Sugarwood Drive, Maryville, 37803. Thanks. Okay, board, thanks for letting me speak. Pam Trainer, I wanted to thank you for coming to talk to the teachers personally and hear their concerns. I didn't get to go because I have a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old. So let me introduce myself. I haven't heard an art teacher perspective yet, so I wanted to give one. I'm coming from Asheville, North Carolina. I've taught 10 years. I drove a school bus before school, taught, coached after school. I'm not a stranger to hard work. Moved to Knox County because it's cheaper for me to live here with my boys. And I have a job at an elementary Art 360 school, and I teach reading. I also have a reading degree. Right now I have the best students that I've ever had and one of the most stressful jobs I've ever had. The first month and a half in Knox County I had an informal observation and was told that I was ineffective. My classroom was arranged ineffectively and multiple other things. And it was just my awakening to the way things are done, I think, could be changed to make things more effective for improvement. I have not had any bad observations, so I'm not speaking out of any frustration as far as that's concerned. I know you're looking for solutions, so here are some problems and solutions. Arts 360. Well, let me start by saying that I believe we need standards, rubrics, and supervisors because I'm working a job and you're paying my salary. But is it possible that my 4 supervisors' agendas and rubrics conflict? With Arts 360, I think it's a great program. Every good teacher, every good art teacher, I think, should be doing Arts 360. It's what STEAM and Montessori schools are doing. As a solution, I wish that the Arts 360 evaluations were my only evaluations because it requires me to adjust my lesson plans constantly to coordinate with classroom teachers and what they're teaching. And I'm always worried and nervous, have the looming threat of an unannounced observation for the team rubric. And I'm making these last-minute changes to my lesson plans constantly for Arts 360. And if I mess up, it could lose my job. So I'm worried with the conflict there. Also, for the similar reasons, I'm afraid to use clay. I spent hours this summer with the help of the amazing Brandy Self, an Arts 360 supervisor, installing a working kiln in the school for the first time in years. And I'm afraid to use clay because I couldn't fit all the team rubric, 61 points on the rubric within one class period using clay. Same with doing Fantasy of Trees, which I did anyways. It's hard for me to fit that in the team rubric. I'm afraid to go outside and do outdoor art. I spent weeks in the summer making a courtyard that the students can use. And because my objectives wouldn't be posted and things of that sort, I'm afraid to go outside, and I know PE is the same. It's a little frustrating. The new arts portfolio that we also have this year, it's a compilation of 5 pre-lessons and 5 post-lessons that I document with camera to show that prove I'm showing growth with my students. Another good idea. The only problem is I wish maybe that were my only rubric to be evaluated on. It's another idea. I'm rolling the dice when I'm doing a pre-lesson. If I'm evaluated by the team rubric, doing a pre-lesson for the arts portfolio, I'm not going to get a good score. To me, it's conflicting. Moving on to the team rubric. Keep in mind that the classroom teachers you've heard have 90 minutes to complete all 61 points of the team rubric. Art, music, and PE, we have 45, which makes it even more challenging. Imagine yourself getting mad at a kindergartner because they're taking too long to put their glue and scissors away because you need to hit 10 more points on the rubric to keep your job. One of the fears for me as an encore teacher is the environment category of the rubric. As an art teacher, I have a couple of problems with this because I have good scores for my evaluations because the regular classroom teacher who's students I had for my evaluation were higher performing students, and the teacher had a really good discipline plan, so it made me a good I got good scores for that. But if it was a lower performing, permission to finish this one more page?
Are you almost done? We've got 25 other people, so
I'll have to cut it short, but yes.
thank you.
Okay, thank you. If I had another class that's discipline was not set up well, it would change my score, leaving whether I'm a highly qualified 4 or 5 teacher more up to random chance, in my opinion, which is scary to me. Professionalism. One thing about teachers, evaluating teachers, that frustrates me was there was a lead teacher last year who had their children in my class and was disappointed with the grade with their child in my class. We had talked. It wasn't a big concern, but he or she came a week later to evaluate me. I got good scores, and this person was professional, but I see major professional issues when there's students of teachers in your class. The Apex money also, I did not receive that. I participated in every possible thing I could participate in, dunking booths, I was Clifford the dog, hundreds of hours making props for plays and programs, everything I could do, but I just want to know for a solution, is it possible to see what the best art teacher ever could look like for the leadership rubric? I scored a 5 on the leadership. If I would have scored a 10, I would have got the Apex money. So, in closing, I was to a teacher that works in my school whose husband and her both are Conference of Concerned Teachers. I told them that as in college I was trained, and with my personal experiences I was trained to take the driver's seat. When I do art, my personal experience with God, to take the driver's seat, to be alert, and to be fully alive. To get dirty, realize my mistakes, enjoy my victories, because I had discovered them and I had earned them. As a kid, when someone takes your toy, your reaction is to do what? To take it back. When someone takes away your freedom, your reaction is to take it back. All I'm asking is to help myself become a better teacher and all of you to become better teachers, is that you figure out what it is that makes you come alive, because that's what you need to do to make it through this world and become the best teacher you can, is to come alive in that classroom. Thank you.
Thank you.
Amanda Garrett. Ms. Garrett, will you state your name and address, please? You have up to 5 minutes.
I appreciate that everyone is supportive of our speakers, but if we could please just keep this moving. Again, we have